Hi everyone, for this season we will be discussing our selected international organization, which is our very own Pacific Islands Forum. In this video, we will firstly define and categorize PIF under the Fairhouse and Goldstein typology. We will also talk about the history of PIF to answer questions such as when and why PIF was created, what was the initial purpose of PIF, which Pacific Island states initiated the creation of the PIF, is Australia part of the PIF, if yes, then why. After that, we will move on to our main objective today, which are the roles and the functions of the PIF and explain its relation to commercial liberalism. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
The PIF is a regional forum which can be categorized under the intergovernmental organization that promotes political cooperation between the Pacific states of the three subregions of Melanesia, Polynesia, and Micronesia. It is also the centerpiece of Australia's engagement with the Pacific. Moving on to the history of the PIF. When was the PIF created and why? According to Peebles, 2005, the PIF was initially called the South Pacific Forum when it was formed in 1971 by Australia, the Cook Islands, Fiji, Nauru, New Zealand, Samoa, and Tonga. The forum was established without a founding charter or treaty. Rather, there was simply a commitment made between the states to informal annual meetings of heads of government. Currently, the forum is still centered around the annual leaders' meetings, where heads of government meet in an informal setting to discuss regional issues such as economic reform, security issues, fisheries, nuclear testing, radioactive waste, and environmental issues. So basically, the PIF was created to form a relationship with our Pacific counterparts to stay interconnected and address common issues that are affecting us all. The structure of the PIF starts with the heads of government, which are the prime ministers and presidents of the island countries. These leaders then pass the mandate onto the ministers of trade, foreign, aviation, communication, and education to conduct regular meetings. There is also a Forum Regional Security Committee made up of the members of law enforcement agencies that deal with security personnel of the organization. We then have the Secretary General, who is the head of the Secretariat and the Chief Regional Bureaucrat. He is responsible for the Council of Regional Organizations of the Pacific and the Forum Secretariat. The current Secretary General is Henry Puna from Cook Islands, who took office in 2021.
The forum promotes 5 goals of regional order, which are sustainable economic development, 1, 2, security, 3, the rule of law, 4, democracy, 5, integration with the wider region.
There are currently 18 member states of the PIF, and they all fund the Forum Secretariat by a regular budget, for which all Forum members are responsible through assessed contributions. According to the statistics of the Australian Agency for International Development, 2003, the top 3 of the regular secretary budget is Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea. The Forum Secretariat's programs and activities are funded through an extra budget, which is funded by Australia, New Zealand, non-Forum members, and international organizations. Australia is the biggest donor. Now, onto the main point of our video, the roles and functions of the Pacific Island Forum. The role of the PIF is derived from the Forum Secretariat mission statement, and I quote, "Our role is primarily policy advice, coordination, and ensuring the effective implementation of forum leaders' decisions leading to tangible improvements in the lives of the people of the Pacific. We report annually on our performance against results.
Hence, it is evident in the mission statement that the PIF plays the role as a policy maker, and for an international organization such as PIF being a policy maker in the Pacific requires the PIF to perform several functions such as advising other foreign ministers, coordinate regular meetings to address both past and current issues, and lastly, to effectively implement foreign leaders' decisions for collective benefit.
As per the functions of the PIF, this short video shows the PIF performing one of its functions, which is to coordinate meetings to address both past and present issues. After 50 years of existence, the Pacific Island Forum still strives to maintain a united Pacific through social, cultural, political, and most importantly, economic means. This brings me to the concept of commercial liberalism. Is Pacific Island Forum connected to the sub-theory of commercial liberalism? Well, yes. During PIF's economic reform process, a framework was introduced to facilitate free trade in the region. At the 2001 forum, the leaders adopted 2 agreements to govern trade relations with the members for the future. The first agreement was PACER, Pacific Agreement on Closer Economic Relations, which is a head or umbrella agreement covering all forum members, and the second agreement was PICTA, Pacific Islands Trade Agreement, which covered forum island countries only.
This shows that the PIF attempts to connect all Pacific Island states by economic means through free trade. This is commercial liberalism in action. The freedom of Pacific Island nations to trade with each other and have no barriers deficits the relation between PIF and commercial liberalism.
Thank you for your time and stay tuned for our next video. Bye.